My name is Tushar. I'm based out of Dubai. I work for a multinational corporation. I've been in Dubai for about 8 to 10 years now. And before I got into Divine, my investments were all over. I absolutely had no track. I absolutely had no clue where was my money parked. Liquidity was an issue because obviously I didn't had any overview on where the investments are, what kind of those investments are, and obviously it was really not balanced. So I couldn't really keep a track. I didn't have an access to mobile apps that I could use or track my investments. So it was really a nightmare for me. Well, it's been a great source of information. First of all, it has also given me the platform to track all my investments at one place. I spend a lot of my time traveling, so I can actually access all my portfolio, my information, my investments through a mobile app. And whereas my wife, if she wants to track something, she has an access to the internet login as well that she can use. So the main benefits has been the accessibility of information, the transparency and the honesty with which I get all my feedback, all the updates on my investments. So that's been really fantastic. So basically Divine Investment has a bunch of really great guys, and what really sort of made us extremely happy was the fact that the guys were always on top of whatever they were saying. The services were fantastic. I don't think so we have actually asked them ever. We just get information passed on to us at a very regular intervals. So and the professionalism with which they operate, I think it's very nice, especially for a company which is fairly new. The rate with which they address the client's request, or at least the rate with which they address my requirements is fantastic. So I think I'm pretty happy with the way they have approached the whole subject and how they sort of support the clients. It's been great experience so far. Most important thing, the first thing I achieved is like how much money I have. So that has been a great thing. On a serious note, as I told before as well, that I could oversee my funds, and especially I'm young, we have a growing family, so it is very important for us to really track our investments and what kind of interest, what kind of returns these investments will give me, and to secure the future of my family. So I think that was the best thing that I could really foresee, and I could see everything at one place, which obviously also helped me in managing our own expense and also our own savings. So see, the whole world is running behind the technology, and I think they have really brought the technology aspect very well in the platform and in the business model. So the best thing what I like about Divine Investment is the app, because I can actually access, I can give approvals or give commands, or I can transfer my funds, liquidity, everything just with a tap of my fingers. And as I mentioned, that I travel so much that I really want everything, let's say a couple of clicks away. And having said that, when I need to access the full database and download the files and everything, I can do that on my desktop, either in office or back home. What additionally good feature what the guys have provided me is to store all the information and all my documentations at one place within the app itself. It has that feature, which is amazing, because every time when you're out to a bank or here and there, and they ask you for your Aadhaar copy, passport copy, visa copy, you have everything stored at one place. So it sort of really helps us a lot to manage the documentation as well. So that's another great feature which the guys have launched. So as I mentioned, that Divine is not a very old company, but the way they are coming out, and most importantly their professionalism is really amazing. We didn't really had some great experience working with some big brands in the past for whatever reasons, but when we started spending some time with the Divine team, we realized that they are really a very professional, sincere, diligent and honest people, because nowadays there's so many, let's say, the funds or so many products in the market that you really don't know what to trust on. So I think with the honesty and with the professionalism that they work, keeps us, really glued to them, and I think we took a really good decision of parking and start to let Divine manage our funds. So I think overall it's been a great experience for us. I mean, as I said, the reason why we chose Divine is we wanted to, as I said, manage our funds at one place. We wanted to have a transparency in how our money is being allocated and the honest advice that we can get. So I don't think so we could have gone to a much better place, because as I mentioned that earlier, I was a part of some other companies where we had parked the money as an investment, and we didn't really feel that it was being really treated well and with that kind of honesty and with that kind of professionalism. So I think our move to Divine is really paying off, I think, and I hope so in the future. So see, I mean, I'm an NRI. I'm based out of outside of India, and I think one of the most important things that anybody who's staying outside of India looks for is mainly two things. One is the transparency of information, so that you can take a decision based on that information, and the second is the kind of service that you get in order to execute that idea or the plan that you have. So I think I would definitely recommend people Divine who are really looking for a professional service and an honest and a transparent opinion. So I think this was the main two reasons why we decided to sort of become a part of them. No, I think the only thing is that don't lose your integrity, and most importantly is that work with the same level of diligence and sincerity, because that's something that nowadays people are looking for. So I think if you continue to work in the same way, I'm sure the sky is the limit. And I think service is definitely one of the important things that I have faced in the past, that I didn't reach my expectation. But while I've come here, I think this level of service that I get from them is definitely par excellence. And of course, coupled with that is the honesty with which they do their business, and of course the knowledge part, which is linked also with the integrity of the company, that they don't share information which they're not very sure of, and they are extremely transparent in what they tell. So I think it's a combination of all those three things, which is definitely, I think, brought them where they are at this stage.